Is it too late to buy Oracle? Well, Oracle stock gained 37% in one day, and this was the biggest one-day jump since 1992. It's very rare for a tech stock with the large market cap to gain 37% in one day. But today we're going to ask the question whether you should buy or sell Oracle. So let's get started. So in this screenshot you can see that Oracle went over 40% in one day, and you can see that the stock is in a strong uptrend. And many articles, they say that, for example, in this article, that Ellison tops Musk as world's richest man after a 101 billion gain. Larry Ellison is the co-founder and CEO of Oracle Corporations, and he became the richest man according to many articles. But I think they are around the same right now, which is $400 billion in personal net worth. Oracle is now almost a $1 trillion company, but not many people have heard of the name or know what they're actually doing because it's a business to business model. I'm going to explain what they do and what their business model actually is. So the biggest thing is databases. They are the world leading software for organizing business data. So they store all data from all different companies like Amazon, like all the client bases, credit card companies. It's kind of like a giant library where other companies can store their information and they can find it quickly. It's organized so well that companies can outsource their information of their personal data, all their clients, like banks, for example. And if they need the information, they can find it back. And Oracle's a very reliable and great place for database storage and information storage. So it's a giant library, essentially. So the other income stream of Oracle is their cloud. They sell cloud to other companies, and it's called OCI, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. They rent computing power and storage for AI and big workloads. So AI companies that don't want to buy their own hardware or their own machines, and they just want to rent it out on the cloud, they go to Oracle. And with Oracle, it's very adaptable. They can choose settings, and it's very reliable and secure, and that's how they make money. So it's really a business to business model. So the third business model is business apps like enterprise research planning, ERP, HR, and financial systems to run operations. Every business needs to manage their data. For example, like a register for attendance. That's when these apps are very useful. So other businesses use these apps to manage their data. So Oracle apps help companies keep track of money, people, and other things. It's like a digital office helper, basically. So now we understand the business model of Oracle, and we know that's positioned well in the AI gold rush, and many companies rely on this business. But does it have strong financials? Let's find out. We're now looking at Guru Focus because here we can see a financial overview of the company. And for example, here we can see that the financial strength is 4 out of 10, which is not that great because they have a lot of cash to debt. I also see that it's extremely overvalued right now. So you shouldn't buy according to this. We will go later to go more in depth on the intrinsic value. But the profitability rank is a 9 out of 10, and the growth rank 10 out of 10, and momentum rank 9 out of 10. And it's just very overvalued according to Guru Focus. So it's kind of like, yeah, they have like bad financial strength, but the profitability is pretty high based on all these financial ratios. We can see the biggest problem here is that the debt is getting much higher compared to the cash ratio. And that's why it has a low financial strength. Now we're going to find out whether Oracle Corporation has a strong economic moat. Is it protected against competition? Is it a monopoly? Do they have a brand strength? Do they have high switching cost? Let's find out. So let's find out whether Oracle has a strong wide economic moat. So we type in here the ticker ORCL, and we can analyze it. And we can see it has a wide moat, which is great. Before you invest in a company, you make sure it has a wide moat because that gives it a edge against the competition, and will make sure that it doesn't go bankrupt. So here you can read that Oracle benefits from extremely high switching cost in its enterprise database software and application, though it has been slower than some competitors in transitioning to cloud. So their strength is high switching cost, which means that other companies who store the information in Oracle, but because Oracle is like a giant library, it's very hard to go to a competitor. Once they're used to it, they are kind of locked in their system, and most businesses they don't want to switch. So that is great for Oracle. Here you can also see the strength, and here you can see the risks. But overall, the mode score is 8 out of 10, which is enough for as an investor. So is Oracle stock still undervalued? We can see here that it's now trading at $330.54, but is it really worth that much? Let's find out. PE ratio of Oracle, and we can find out whether it's cheap or expensive, assuming that the growth rates are similar. So we can see that here, this is the stock price and this is the PE ratio, and we can see they go up both. So the stock price went up like crazy at 328, and we can see the PE ratio went also to 75, which is extremely high, which means that the price to earnings ratio is high compared to the average, which suggests that this stock is pretty overvalued. And even when we're looking on Guru Focus, for example, we can see that it's also suggests that it's significantly overvalued. So buying right now is kind of chasing like a stock which is not recommended as an investor. So now we're looking at the charts on TradingView. We can see that Oracle is now trading at 328, and we can see that the 50 exponential moving average is above the 200, and it's in a clear uptrend. However, it went exponentially up, and we can see here the RSI is overextended, so it's above the 70 mark, which means that it's oversold. So buying right now is kind of like chasing a stock, which you should never do as an investor. And based on our fundamental analysis, we know that it's also not cheap. It's pretty expensive actually. So the intrinsic value is much lower, according to many sources, and also like the PE ratio. It is a wide economic mode, which is great as an investor, but it looks pretty overextended here on daily candles. If we go to weekly candles, for example, we can also see that it like buying right now, it doesn't give like a big margin or safety. So I personally would not buy right now. So I would stay away from the stock. I would avoid buying, and if I already own it, then I would sell now a portion of it to lock in the profits. I hope you learned something today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.